mean, King Richez, clearly you're
feel
upset.
like, bro?
I hear it in your voice. You're upset. Let's be honest.
Because you lot are chatting crap. That's why. Nothing you lot are saying is making any logical sense, bro. It don't make any logical sense. It's just emotions. You're brutally honest, and you take an honest look at in the world, and you look at the average black chick you see walking around. She's probably not good looking, like, and you have to just. Wow.
Yeah, LTTV, Blunt Talk with LT, back at it with another video. All right, let's get right into this one. So King Richez is getting exposed once again for saying these comments. Let's get into this and then break it down after. And then we're going to get into an interview that he has with Solo TV 84. Shout out to Solo. Solo's always participating in the chat, holding it down with the chat. So shout out to Solo. He did an interview with him complaining, and then he also has a post on his community guideline or on his community tab complaining about what's going on currently. So let's get into this. This is also a terrible look for King Richez.
Be real about it, right? And this was a lot of what a lot of people said in the comments under that video. They were saying that, you know, a lot of black chicks just ain't good looking. That's why a lot of black guys are going elsewhere, going to other races of women, you know, and, you know, there's other factors as in, like, you know, a lot of black chicks having bad attitude, being overweight, etc., etc. But, you know, that really stuck out to me because, you know, when I do just like take an observation of like the average black chick you see, like for instance, if you see 100 black chicks in a day, how many of those chicks are like a 7, you know, a 7 or above? Like, it's not really that many, bro. I think it is a unique problem or an exclusive problem to black people and black men in particular.
What?
Get him out of here! He's got no place in here! Get rid of him! Okay.
Yo, is this nigga serious? It's exclusively a problem to the black men that black women are not pretty and the average black woman is unattractive compared to the other women? Is this what this nigga's really saying? Hold on, y'all.
Like, for instance, if you see 100 black chicks in a day, how many of those chicks are like a 7? You know, a 7 or above? Like, it's not really that many, bro. I think it is a unique problem or an exclusive problem to black people and black men in particular, because the average black chick walking around is not pretty. Bruv, I don't know what time it is wherever you're listening from, yeah, but if you go...
All right, this is a terrible look for you. This is a terrible look for King Richez. King Richez may be out of a platform after this. I don't see how he survives this. I don't know how black women are showing up to his couch to take lessons from this nigga if this is his rhetoric. Like, this is bad. This is terrible. Hold on, y'all.
Because the average black chick walking around is not pretty. Bruv, I don't know what time it is wherever you're listening from, yeah, but if you go outside now, yeah, well, not now because it's right here in the UK, it's like 1:30 in the morning on a Sunday night, but tomorrow, yeah, do this experiment. Whether you're a man or woman, whoever you are listening, yeah, you just go outside and you count every black chick that you walk past or you see, right, and make a tally, yeah, of how many black chicks you see and how many of them is actually pretty in the face.
Wait, why are we doing this specifically for black women? Why don't we count the other? How about we count all women and see what they look like in the face? Why is he single? Yo, what part of the game is this, yo? What up, TG? What up, chat? Y'all hit the like button, y'all. This is bizarre. I don't understand this take. There's people that try to single out black women's behavior, and they say that's why they don't date black women. They try to go with that, although you see those same behavioral patterns exhibited in other races. But he's going straight for the looks of the women. This is self-hate at its finest. This is pretty bad.
And make a tally, yeah, of how many black chicks you see and how many of them is actually pretty in the face. In the face. Forget about their boobs, forget about the fat ass, forget about all of that. Just look at their face, bruv. How many of them are actually pretty, bruv? It's not that many, bruv. It's not that many, bro. Like, and I swear it's the truth, bro. It's just the truth. It's the fucking truth, man.
Stop the cap. Emotional damage.
Even with that.
Now he may think that may be his opinion. That's not mine. That may be his opinion. He's entitled to his opinion, but you got to live with the results.
Being said, a lot of these girls, their saving grace is just their bum. Like, if they didn't have a big bum, a lot of these girls are fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of them are just fucked. Like, because they're not really like pretty in the face. And, you know, all ethnicities of women can have big boobs and shit like that. Like, that's not exclusive to no ethnicity. So, you know, a lot of times, like, black chicks have the stereotype of having nice bodies, but really it's just, oh, she's got a fat ass. Like, she got a fat ass, all that shit. But even now, bruv, like, at the end of the day, a lot of white girls have got big bums now. A lot, bruv. Even where I live, which is like a normal, traditional, you know, outside of London, white area, even a lot of these white girls, they just got big booties, like, and I don't know how they're doing it, bruv. They're evolving, bruv. So even that little advantage, or whatever that a lot of these black girls has, they don't really have it anymore. How many of the black girls are actually good looking like that? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, a lot of times you will see like good looking, you know, black dudes, and you'll see them with a black chick who's not really that good looking.
Wait, what? Whoa.
Stop it. Get some help.
You up here trying to get people fat.
No,
This nigga gay as hell.
Well, wait, hold up. I gotta comprehend this for a second. Y'all, make sure y'all hit the like button to help me comprehend this for a second, because this is anything for a like. This is pathetic. All right, but yo, this nigga really said that there's good-looking black men next to ugly. Bro, what part of the game is this? What is going on here?
This day, a lot of times you will see like good looking, you know, black dudes, and you'll see them with a black chick who's not really that good looking.
Stick together. Pause. Knows he can have it. Pause. You see what I do when I got the rock. Pause.
Let me just put this in real quick.
This is Daniel, by the way.
That's the average.
Isn't it interesting that he can find men to be attractive, but not black women?
Like, I'm sorry to say it, like, there's a lot of black.
Now, the voice you just heard was a YouTuber by the name of T Salt. T Salt got her channel removed during the controversy with the YouTubers, the larger YouTubers trying to silence smaller YouTubers by using copyright strikes. T Salt was one of the people that I stood up for and spoke out for, as well as JR808 TV. Because that's what they were doing to smaller YouTubers. You'd silence their channel, they would have to make another channel, and they would have no voice to combat the fuckery. So that's what larger YouTubers were doing at one point, because this girl's always exposing folks. And it's like, if you don't want to keep it a stack on the platform, then you might reconsider your position on the platform, because people are going to come and expose you. It is what it is. You can't try to silence them with fraudulent copyright strikes. I'm not saying King Richez did, but that's what happened to her in the past.
Not pretty, like, but the average, the fucking average, bro, is not looking good, bro. It's not fucking good, man. With us black guys now, oh no, all we care about is if the girl's got a fat ass. You know, is the girl got a fat ass? That's all we care about. You know what I'm saying? Because we know, subconsciously, we know that the likelihood of us getting a very, very pretty black girl to Western standards is not high.
Y'all pay attention to the words. Pay attention to the words. Up to Western standards. Whose standards?
Who?
Not your own Nick, what?
Because we know, subconsciously, we know that the likelihood of us getting a very, very pretty black girl to Western standards is not high. So we subconsciously tell ourselves to disregard face. That's what I've realized. But yeah, like, it's mad, like, it's actually bonkers. Like, we are the only race of men that have to think like that.
Stop the cap.
Nigga needs to speak for himself. What is he talking about?
You know what I mean? And I'm sorry, I can't deal with a girl seriously or for a prolonged period of time. And, you know, I just don't find her attractive. Like, I find her face kind of like just not nice, you know? Like, you know, if they take their body away, bro, you take their body away and tie their hair up or give them a skin fade, bro, these women look like dudes, bruv. Do you know what I mean? And that's completely insane to me. She might have a nice body, but you know, she's just not pretty to Western standards. Like, and the
once again, pretty to Western standards.
Stop it. Get some help.
problem is that us black guys that are born and raised in these Western countries, we look at beauty through Western standards. So in our own eyes, we look at our own girl.
Who is this we he keeps talking for? Who is this we? Who is this mythical we? Nigga, it's yourself. You're the only one. Speak for yourself. Y'all niggas better hit that goddamn like button. There's 3 times as many people watching as there is likes. This is the last time I'm saying it because this is getting tired. Let's get it.
Guys that are born and raised in these Western countries, we look at beauty through Western standards. So in our own eyes, we look at our own girls as not attractive, which is fucked.
Now, this is King Rich's girlfriend. He'll take an average white woman with heavy makeup, eyeshadow, contouring, and she seems to be an older woman.
Yo, this girl's going in. What the hell?
But her whiteness is all he needs to see in order to call her attractive.
So the day before, Nick was on my boyfriend's channel. He let me know very bluntly that it's disgusting that I'm dating a black man.
Yo, what's up, Richez? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. What are you saying?
No, I mean, I saw you in the chat, and you had a lot to say, and you know on my channel, bro. If there's any time you want to say something or whatever, you know you're more than welcome to hop on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, bro.
So so this 70-30 contract that he's talking about, right? Is that 70-30 per video?
Now, this is an interview with Solo TV 84. Solo TV 84 does a good job of letting King Richez kind of hang himself in this interview. King Richez also posted this. We're going to get into this interview in a second. He posted this on his community tag. It's still so amazing that people in other countries far, far away are so confident to talk about how much money I make on my own channel. Laughing face. Question: how much would a black man born and raised in London, born and raised in the UK, living in London, one of the most expensive cities in the world, survive if I was being financially exploited? I'm sure the slow trolls will disregard that and keep talking about percentages, clowns, because Zara said so. So Zara, he's used the word Zara to speak about Sarah Garvey. And this is exactly what Pearl did when she was doing that weird decoded response to Sarah by calling him Sarah or Sarah. This shit's getting confusing. Too many fucking names that are similar. So he calls Sarah Garvey's Zara because Zara said so. Just because Zara was offered a crappy deal doesn't automatically mean I accepted a crappy deal. Some of us have enough intelligence to have enough leverage to negotiate fair deals. Are you people able to understand that? Well, he's basically confirming that he got the high end. He got the 30% of his own channel while Pearl got the 70%. That's pretty much what he's confirming right here. and in the interview. We're going to get into that shortly. Pearl outed too many things. Pearl was too loose with the lips, gave us too many details, didn't deny enough things while confirming other things. Now he's this is this crybaby shit. This is this whole hold on, y'all. Give me a second, y'all.
Crying to me, and I'm not having that.
Talking about London being one of the most expensive cities in the world to survive, and he wouldn't be able to if he was being financially exploited. We're getting into that shortly. Let's listen to this interview real quick. There's some details here.
I think he's talking about his earnings, like not per video, just like in general, like.
Okay, and how are the earnings figured out? I mean, do they just?
I just think this. I find it like weird that like everybody wants to know how much people are getting paid when it's not like going in their pocket. Like I think that's kind of weird. Like, why is everyone pocket watching what people get when it's not? You know, it's got nothing to do with them. My thing is this, right? This guy, he got offered what he was worth, and he didn't like it, and now he's making this video because he's salty, and he's feeling like this is a good time to put this video out so he can get views or whatever. That's what it is. This is what it boils down to. Everybody is not the same. You have an NBA team. Do all the basketball players get paid the same?
No, they do not.
Exactly, because some are better than others. Some are worth more than others. That happens in the NBA. That happens in the NFL. That happens in the Premier League.
Now, in all of those sports teams, all of those players have owners. This is YouTube, the free market, where everyone owns their own channel and their own IP for their own podcast or whatever the hell they're doing on YouTube. Still trying to explain his way out of this slavery bullshit that he got himself in, but let's get into this.
Everywhere in business is business. Some people are worth more than others. Some people will have different, maybe, contracts.
Some people get 30%, some people get 10%.
Some people will have different deals. They may not even be under contract. So this is why this video that this.
See, Pearl already spoke about it. Pearl already said that she gave them a 1 year out. You can amend the contract 1 year in. It's a 3-year contract, but they have an out by the end of 1 year. Doesn't seem like King Richez is trying to take that out. He's trying to stay locked into this contract because it seems like he needs this to survive. He speaks about how expensive it is in London to survive, which it is. I looked it up. I'm like, why is this nigga complaining? I'm like, my city's expensive as shit. Then I realized that London's 18% more expensive with more taxes. Up to 44% tax. I'm like, God damn, they don't want nobody to be independent out there. But let's get back into this. If I'm incorrect, y'all correct me in the chat.
I made is absolutely ridiculous, and now he's made a narrative for all these other trolls to, oh yeah, so that means you must be getting 10% or 30% or bruh, he got offered what he was worth, and that's it.
Right.
Now, I don't see why everybody wants to know how much, who's getting paid, when really and truly these people don't really care. They just want to, push the narrative or push more gossip. That's what it boils down to. That's what it is.
Well, I'm not done watching the video yet, and I didn't see the whole thing. I saw about 5 minutes of it. So clearly he's exposing it. And let's be honest,
he's not exposing anything. He's talking about what happened to him. He's not exposing anything.
Right. But what he's doing is he's talking about, well, he's obviously capitalizing off the situation, right?
Yeah.
And now he's coming out. I noticed that this video is the most views that he had on his channel in the last couple weeks or so, right?
Yeah.
So he clearly is capitalizing off this situation. But come on, King Richez, that clip where Pearl was that I was showing earlier about how slaves left their plantation, but they were thankful and paid their masters. Bro, you know that shit is rubbish, my nigga. Come on.
At the end of the day, like, look, at the end of the day, people say stupid things. People say stupid things all the time. Like, everybody says dumb stuff. Like, I don't see, like...
What?
All right. It's not just stupid. You are speaking for men. You have a red pill channel, men empowerment. So is Pearl. Pearl said she wants to be an advocate for men so badly. But then she's trying to downplay the significance of talking about, oh, the black men that were slaves were cool with the slave masters. They had to form a relationship with them. It's like basically you're saying black men were okay being little boys to white daddy. But you're trying to stand up for men and masculinity. They're okay with that. Oh, they're just cool with that. We're just okay being slaves and being underlings. That's just something stupid to say, or is that something just completely disrespectful and racist?
What is the aim of, like, what is the aim? Like, you gotta understand, a lot of people will say these or make these videos trying to act like they care when they really don't. They don't care.
I mean, me personally, I said this even last year, and I know you're not on my Patreon, but I said this last year because, you know, I wasn't posting on my channel last year, that when she had 500K subs, I said, yo, a woman should not be in the manosphere. Even Rollo Tomasi said that. So that was always my issue number one. And
that's facts. That's facts. And Rollo said that, and everybody called him a hater, but Rollo was right.
Stuck with that. However, hearing what she just said to me, and then now they're having this conversation about slavery and colonization, clearly she's not qualified. She's not. And
yeah, but that's
honestly,
not
Richez, hold up, Richez.
That's not
and
an argument. That's not an argument, though. That's not an argument.
What do you mean it's not an argument?
No, I'm saying nobody's arguing that point that, oh, yeah, she's qualified. Nobody's arguing that. I've never said that she was qualified to have that conversation. I never said that. Nobody said that. She hasn't even said that. So I don't see what...
She said she's an advocate for free speech and everybody should be able to discuss anything. So in other words, she kind of did say that she should be able to speak about it.
Like, nobody's arguing. Like, this is the thing. The points that people are making when they come out and make these videos, yeah, like, nobody's arguing saying, yeah, she is qualified to say this thing. She should have said. Nobody has defended or said that she was right in saying what the certain comments that she made. Like, but people are making video after video, like, disregarding what people are saying out of their mouths, and then making these crazy titles and these crazy thumbnails and just saying anything.
I mean, is this a crazy title and thumbnail?
I never said you, bro.
Okay.
I said these people.
I'm just asking, bro. Because
like,
at the end of the day, Richez, I mean, this is I don't know how you, I mean, I saw your video and I saw O'Shea come on. I mean, obviously, this is
because O'Shea had to come on. Because O'Shea had to come on because he said something that was inaccurate, and then he had to keep it real and say, you know what, I didn't watch everything, and you know, I said something and that was inaccurate, and he kept it real, and I respect that. But this is what I'm saying. Most of these people are coming out making videos, you know, just reading. It's not that because they care about black people or they care about anything. They're just trying to get views and.
Stop the cap.
Timestamp 12:32 in the chat, y'all.
7 or above. Like, it's not really that many, bro. I think it is a unique problem or an exclusive problem to black people and black men in particular, because the average black chick walking around is not pretty. Bruv, I don't know what time it is wherever you're listening from, yeah, but it's
Talk about don't care, nigga. You have your agenda, and it's quite clear. It's quite clear. A lot of these niggas in the manosphere, that's why I don't fuck with the manosphere, and I'm not propelling them. And this is the problem. A lot of the manosphere and the red pill space is completely just cape for men, regardless of nothing. And their code is man code. If you're not caping for men, you're a simp. If a girl is objectively right about something and you're not caping for a man, you're a simp. And they'll let you know in the comment section. These guys are very fucking emotional. One of the most emotional spaces on the platform. Most of these niggas hate black women. It's okay to have your preference in women, But it's clear that a lot of these niggas are just strictly out to destroy black women and pedestalize other races of women. I don't identify with these weirdos. That's what it comes down to. You can see what's going on with a lot of these modern women in general, Western women acting a goddamn fool. Great. We can call them out. We can make videos about them belonging to the streets and have laughs. Great. But all this, what's really getting exposed behind all of this is just a lot of self-hate and hatred for black women. But let's get into this.
And get some kind of traction, bro. That's what it is. Like, because they're not original, they're not talented, they have got nothing to talk about, nothing going on.
Stop the cap.
What's your channel without Pearl Studio and all Pearl's employees facilitating all of these people for you to have a pretty much copy and paste style of Fresh and Fit show? Talks about all nobody's original and talented. All y'all are doing the same goddamn show. I only support people on this platform with originality. If you are a fraud, if you are a carbon copy of somebody else, chances are I don't fuck with you and I don't support your content because it's just like you just copy and paste, man. You don't get marks for plagiarism. You get your essay thrown the fuck out. Let's get back into this. I'm saying that because that goes into another stream we're about to get into.
I'll be honest, King Richez. I'm using this situation as an example as to why I think the whole black manosphere is goofy. You know where I'm at with it. You and I, we've had many conversations behind the scenes.
See, Solo TV 84 said it to him. The whole black manosphere is goofy. He's been saying that. Solo's been off of that. Solo's a trendsetter. He's not part of the black manosphere, the manosphere. They're trying to fuck him up and get him and relate him to that. He's not on that. Let's get into this.
It's about manosphere guys stealing content from other guys, not paying homage, people playing gatekeepers. And you know my channel, I've never did that gatekeeper bullshit. You remember back in the day when I used to do open panels, anybody could come on. You know what I'm saying?
And this is the reason why you're the only person that I would even bother, like, oh yeah, let me go and
Nah, see, I disagree with that. I disagree with that when it comes to Soul. When he said gatekeeping, there needed to be gatekeeping. That's why the space is what it is. People had no qualifications to be speaking on the matters, no life experience. Everybody was just grifting into the space. So there needed to be some gatekeeping if y'all wanted to actually keep it a community. But I wasn't a part of the community, so it's none of my business anyway, so I don't give a fuck. Let's get back into this.
speak, because at the end of the day, like, I know you, and to me, from back in the day, you know, we were, you know, you brought me onto your shows and your live streams and stuff like that. And that's why I feel that, yeah, boom, I would come on your live stream and I would set the record straight. Like, but all these other people who didn't give a damn about me before, and now they want to try and tag my name in their titles. I'll never speak to them. I'll never say their name ever. Like, and
we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Get a job, nigger.
that's it, bro. Like, because at the end of the day, most of these people, as I said, they don't care about black people. They don't care about nothing. A lot of them, they don't even see African people as black, number one. But now they're going to act like, oh, yeah, I really care about you.
Stop the cap.
Don't see African people as black. See, that's one thing I don't do. There's been a lot of there's been a lot of separation and divisiveness when it comes to FBA and ADOS and people going in on Africans and Jamaicans, and certain people are tethers and people are XY. I'm not doing none of that shit. I don't practice none of that shit. I'm not calling people negative, derogatory black names. None of that black hate shit. I'm not doing none of that. People have their own opinions. They go their own ways. We just don't identify with certain folks. Certain folks are deemed sellouts. We're going to get into that later, but let's get into this. There's a lot in this interview.
The Africans, you don't care about the Africans. You're a liar, bro. You don't.
Okay.
And with that joke, that was a whack joke. The only reason that was said as a joke in that video is because the point that everyone's making of Pearl said my Africans. That's why I said my Americans. It was just, that's all it was. It was a parallel. That's all. Okay. Like, bruh, like, I don't know, like, it's just weird. This whole situation is weird. Is there all these people saying I'm caping and I'm trying to defend and when I've been talking about black issues from 2016. Right. But none of these people cared, bro. Hold on, none of these people cared. But now, all of a sudden, now they all care about me making 10 videos a day talking about me. Like, this is weird. It's crazy, bro. These people don't care about nothing, bro. They're jealous and they're envious and they're angry and they look at me and they think, oh, I.
Stop the cap.
Nobody's he keeps saying people are jealous. He needs to stop that, especially when it comes to the content creators. We're on our own platform making 100% of 100. You are making 30% at best. Nobody wants to be in your position. That's why you're mad. This community post was a day ago. He's still mad about this stuff. Man's collecting a mere pittance, so he's crying daily. Like, find a way to wiggle yourself out of that contract, sir.
Should be in that position. That's where it is.
I mean, at the end of the day, I guess it's like Ty City and Ramil would say, this is content strategy, right?
I don't give a crap what it is, bro.
I know you know, but King Richez, hold on, King Richez, let me finish.
It's really easy. It's really easy for people to say crap because they could say it in a different time zone, bruv.
Crying to me and I'm not having that.
Nigga, it's the internet. Anybody's gonna say whatever they want to say. You have to be secure with yourself and stop crying.
Crying to me and I'm not having that.
But
it's really easy.
But King Richez, you've seen Black YouTube and you've even been around Black YouTube long enough to know that there's certain topics that get hashed to death or will continue to get views. For example, Educated Lames versus Pookie and Ray Ray and cohabitation and body count. There's certain topics that people will continue to make content on. Why? Because it gets views, right? And I'm not saying it's right, or am I saying it's wrong, but people are going to make content that people are going to watch. And right now, people want to hear and see about this just Pearly things. Now, people
want to hear people trash other people. Yeah, that's what it is. Because their lives are so diabolical and their lives are so miserable. So the only thing that they care about is seeing misery and seeing people gossip and talk trash. That's it. Yeah. Okay. And that's literally it. That's what sells the most, isn't it? Beef, people beefing each other. Everyone wants to see that. Yeah. That's what it is.
I mean, I don't disagree with the beefing part. What I'm going to do, Rich, is I'm going to play some more of the video and then I'm going to stop as it goes. And then you can point out if the guy is lying or if you disagree, and we can do that. So let's continue.
Scratching my head. And I said, hang on a minute. So are you telling me that's a high-end contract for you? And she said, yes. And I said, so are you saying that just Pearly Things Network has other people on low-end contracts? She said, yes. I said, King Richez and Auntie Jenny? She said, yes. I said, what's the low end? She said...
See, King Richez, this sounds like some Adam 22 shit where Adam was talking about what other people make, and then the nigga ran and told other people. How do you feel about now he's saying that Pearl is talking about what you made, which obviously, in my opinion, is really none of his business?
Bruh, like, first of all, how the hell would he know what I make?
I mean, he just said...
Like, at the end of the day...
King Richez, he just said he spoke with Pearl about what you and...
It doesn't matter what he spoke with Pearl. He doesn't know. It doesn't... This is what I'm saying. He doesn't know. Like, bruh, like, this is crazy, bro.
And this is the thing about the media. If this is in fact a lie, the lie spreads much faster than the truth, and you have to get on top of the truth as fast as possible. That's why you see people doing all sorts of damage control whenever something happens. If the story gets out that the high end is 70-30 and you're on the low end, if you don't give anybody any numbers to work with to see what or to verify what the hell you're making, everybody's going to go with the highest you're possibly making is 30% of your own channel. People are going to run with that because that's all that's left out there for people to believe. It's unfortunate, but it's like either you care about it or you don't. If you're going to try to fight it, you got to provide something. If not, then you might as well just keep pushing and move on with your life. But the more this goes on and the longer he stays connected to Pearl, the more people are finding dirt on him to out him and expose him. Because right now he's looking like an entire slave. He's looking like a self-hating motherfucker. JM said he's a waste man. I agree.
This is business, bro. Like, bro, why would she have to tell him what she's doing with me? The deal that me and her have. She doesn't have to.
Maybe she felt that she could tell him in confidence, just like Adam.
I don't care. Well, he got told something that's not accurate. So now all he's doing is looking stupid.
So you're saying that he's making this up, that him and Pearl never had that conversation?
I'm saying bruh, like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, I'm saying
that's what you're basically saying. Like,
I'm saying it's not true. I'm saying what he thinks or whatever he's trying to allude to, because really and truly he's trying to allude that I'm on some low end because he was the one that was gonna have the best contract or the best situation, and everybody else is gonna have a.
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
For me personally, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't care if you're on the high end or low end. I'm looking at the fact that you are one of the few people on YouTube that does not have ownership of their own channel. He's the only person in the manosphere or the red pill, whatever space he's in. He's the only one who doesn't have his own facilities, who's beholden to somebody else. Pearl is his boss. He's in Male Improvement talking about, oh, men need to do X, Y, and Z, put the work in on themselves. Meanwhile, you're working for Pearl. And I don't want to hear people try to draw these false equivalences when it comes to other jobs in other industries. This is a unique situation. We got to keep it specifically in this context. This is YouTube we're talking about. Even the niggas that work for No Jumper, they still had their own channels. They were working on No Jumper. They had the opportunity to be on a platform with 3 million, 4 million subscribers with their own shows getting paid. That was a much different circumstance, much different situation. She colonized your channel, and you're uplifting all white women while shitting on black women. If y'all haven't seen it in the beginning, rewind. He was shitting on black women, saying that they're not attractive and only black men have a unique problem where we deal with unattractive women. And he was basically saying black men are more attractive than black women. That's what he was saying. Pause. That's what he was saying. Yes, JM. Let's get back into this.
Lower contract or worse situation, and then he said my name. So he's alluding to me being in some kind of quote unquote slave deal. Like, and it's just ridiculous because I'm a different person. I have my own mind, and I'm obviously worth more. So obviously, I don't know what he thinks. I think that he's kind of stupid. Me personally, I wouldn't talk about other people when I don't know for sure, and I wouldn't allude to try and make out some kind of
Yo fam says Richez would rather have a boss instead of being the boss. That's facts, and you're not going to be able to get this men empowerment bullshit off talking down to modern women not being the boss of your own platform. Having Pearl do everything and get off all this demeaning shit to black men and black people in general, and then you're there just kissing her ass, uplifting her, making all sorts of excuses in the world because you're stuck in a slave contract. And I call it a slave contract because you don't own it. You can't even get out if you want to. You have an amendment at the end of 1 year. You can't be like, nah, this ain't working. I want my channel. I'm out. Like, you're stuck. You're forced to cape. You're forced to cape.
Stop it. Get some help.
But that's just me, innit? Like, I that's being real, to be honest.
Okay.
Like, why would I try to allude to that somebody else is getting X amount of money when I don't know for sure? He's doing this because he's a snake and he's trying to get views, and he's trying to, because of the nature of what's going on right now, this was the perfect time to do this. That's all it is, bro. He's salty.
Lucado Sheep says he said Pearl told him she could have been lying as a negotiating tactic. Yeah, I mean, I believe that. Richez, let me ask you this before I play the rest of this. What was your relationship with Sarah Garvey? Were you guys cool?
But do you know what? Do you know why I fucked up? Do you know why I fucked up with him? Yeah, because like he done a reaction video to one of my videos back in the day, like before I'd even met Pearl and stuff like that. Yeah, and like so obviously people was tagging me and stuff on Instagram, and then we had a little chat and that, and I was like, yeah, we should do a collab. And he was like, yeah. Then all of a sudden he just ghosted. Right? And this is after he done a reaction video to one of my videos, and then and then he just ghosted. And then it wasn't until like boom, like obviously I met Pearl, you know, we started working together, then we met. And then that was it. Like, you know, he was cool, you know, whatever. We spoke about other things as well. Like, you know, we spoke on the phone a couple times. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I thought he was like 100. Like, he was a stand-up guy. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Well, you know, most of these YouTube, especially Black manosphere gender war niggas are fake. Like, we already know that. Man.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of these niggas are fake.
Absolutely, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like, I don't trust no.
Here's Solo keeping it a stack here. He's saying these. Hold on, y'all. I want to hear this one more time.
Especially Black manosphere gender war niggas are fake. Like, we already know.
The Black manosphere gender war niggas is fake. That is facts. That is facts.
Know that,
oh, absolutely.
A lot of these
bro,
niggas
like,
are fake.
Absolutely, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like, I don't trust nobody, bro. Like, that's how it is now, bro. Because I just feel like with him, like, from when he done a reaction, and then we had the agreement that, yeah, boom, like, we're gonna collab, and then he just fucking fell off the face of the earth. Like, that's not real.
Nah, Solo said that, but I don't think King Richez understands that he may be included in that category. I don't know about from Solo TV's perspective, but from my perspective, he's 100% included in that category. This is that fraudulent fuck shit. This is that fake it till you make it bullshit that Anton was on. A lot of these niggas get on that shit. That's why I look at that and I'm like, yeah, I don't support that fraud, that fraudery, that type of, nah, we ain't doing that, man. It's like, live out who you actually are. Like, that's what these women say, live in your truth. There is no your truth, but you understand the sentiment. It's like, keep it a stack all the way up. Don't be faking it. That fugazi fuck shit.
Straight away, that's already indicated that he's a bit dodgy. Like,
what was your work dynamics or relationship with Sarah Garvey? Was it awkward?
We hadn't done nothing. We hadn't done nothing. We've never done anything together. Nothing.
But ever. Did you ever run into him in the studio and you said,
yeah. We've been in the same building a few times, innit? And we've talked and we've chatted like proper on the level, like cool and that, you know, and all of that stuff. But it's just like, bruh, like I don't know what is going on. Like, I really have no clue why he did this. Like, I don't know why. Like, the only reason he could have done this is because he's salty and he's just been an opportunist because now look, that's the most views he's had on his channel for ages.
But if it was all cap, who cares, right? If he was spreading fake gossip and none of the things were true, and you're your own boss and X, Y, and Z, why would you be all emotional up to this day? So I don't understand that.
Like, it's not rocket science. Like, people are reading into it and go, oh yeah, he's got integrity and he's so smart. No, he's just an opportunist, bruv, that came in at the right time to try and, you know, be an op. And that's it.
Okay. Well, King Richez, let's continue, and here we go.
It's 10 to 15%. So essentially, she could be owning 18% of the content, which is basically the monetized views on somebody's channel, and they only take home 15% of the money. She said yes. I said, Pearl, how could you know?
Hold up, let's stop. Obvious, I hear the sighing, Richez.
This guy is a fucking idiot, bruv. He's talking about what he doesn't know. He's talking like he knows what people's situation and people's deals. I own my fucking channel.
Right,
this
but
guy
King Richez,
stupid. Like,
Yeah, Pearl said you own your channel after the 3 years is up. So after the 3 years is up, she gives you back your channel. You have 100%. But until then,
No, you ain't.
This is so dumb. This, you know what this is? This is basically, let's take it to the NBA, because I know a lot of your audience will understand if I say NBA. You have a team, and LeBron's on your team, right? And then you've got a guy that's riding the bench who's probably, I don't know, he's under some kind of freelance project or whatever.
They call them role players. Yeah.
Role player, right? He doesn't really play. Yeah, he's there to play a role. Now, the guy that's a role player, the GM or whatever will tell him, okay, you're gonna make $1,000 a game or whatever. You make $1,000 a game.
See, with the context of hearing Pearl speak about this, the larger channels get better deals. If you have more subscribers, you have more to offer, and you're making a certain amount, you'll get a better percentage. That's what Pearl said. I'm pretty sure Sarah Garvey has more subscribers than King Richez, but she was basing it off of that. Auntie Jenny had no subscribers, so she had no leverage or no ground to stand on. So she owns Auntie Jenny's channel. Let's get back into this.
Right? And then the role player says, you know what? I think I'm worth more than that. I don't want to take your deal. I'm not taking your offer. Then the next thing, he goes and makes a video saying, oh, yeah, well, I was offered $1,000 and the GM said that everybody else gets less. So that means LeBron must get less than $1,000 a game.
But King Richez,
that's the same logic.
And King Richez, I'm glad you're saying that. And hear me out before you interject. But what Sarah Garvey is saying is that Pearl told him, you LeBron and you King Richez and Aunt Jenny are Austin Reeves and whoever's sitting on the Lakers bench. That's what he's in essence is saying, that he was going to get the LeBron money, and you and Auntie Jenny were going to get the role player money. Now,
then in that case, he got gassed up. She gassed him up, brother, and that's it.
Okay, all right.
And that happens in business, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, she's not obligated to tell him anything. But at the end of the day, I don't care what nobody else is getting. I only care about what I'm doing and what's happening with me. And I'm smart. And I'm smart enough and I'm intelligent enough to put myself in a position where I'm not being used or extorted. Like, if he...
Stop the cap.
It's a total fabrication.
If another person's not smart enough to do that, they shouldn't be in business. And that's it.
Okay. Let me read the super chat real quick. Splash God says, I'm scared for Sarah. KR might try to off him for Jaja. Gotta protect them coins. What do you say to that? Like, these kind of Richez, what do you say to the people who are saying that you are caping for her and buck dancing?
I don't care. I don't give a damn what these people say, because at the end of the day, they don't care about me, bro. At the end of the day, they just want to say their thing because it's a lot. They wanna spit a narrative because their lives are miserable and they ain't got nothing going on. So now it's time to
stop the cap
or say this nonsense to me. I don't care.
Niggas just unaccountable as fuck. Unaccountable as fuck. So everybody's miserable and dusty if they're evaluating the situation, or they're cooking you because they see you as a whole slave, disrespecting blacks while caping and defending the white woman. Of course, people are gonna have have their opinions and say what they want to say. You just be crying about it though.
Yeah, bro. What about all the videos that I made about the black community talking all this stuff? Bro, they was nowhere to be found. They didn't care. There wasn't super chatting. They didn't give a damn.
Right, King Richez.
When I talk about how rappers actually are on a plantation and they take advances and they are actually in slave deals and are actually broke and they encourage the young youth of the black community to go and break the law, to go and buy foreign cars and foreign designer clothes. And yeah, if you have to go and delete another person that looks like you, they haven't got nothing to say.
But King Richez, my thing is this.
But they've got nothing to say, bro. Like, listen, when it comes to because people make a nice song that they like, or they like how they bounce a basketball, or they like how they catch a football, so they ain't got nothing to talk about them, but they want to talk about me. Are you actually all right in the head?
I mean, King Richez, the reason why people are, and let me play devil's advocate. The reason why people are talking about you is because you're part of her work environment or ecosystem.
So
right?
what? And these people are part of McDonald's, and these people are, and these people are part of McDonald's.
You're kind of missing the point.
These people are.
Didn't you hear what she just said about black people? Black people
work in a plantation.
Slave plantation owners, King Richez. That sounds fucking crazy to me, my nigga.
Bro, they work in a plantation.
But she said that they went back, and then they were.
This nigga's deflecting. He's projecting now. Now they work on the plantation. This nigga's big mad, yo. What this man?
Slaves that they paid him. I can play the clip for you, my nigga. You heard what she said, and I'm not lying.
What did she say? What did she say that I agreed with?
Let me play the clip back.
What did she say that I agreed with? What did she say that I agreed with?
I never said anything about what you agreed
with.
So
again, if I didn't agree with nothing, why is it that I'm some kind of like I'm the one in the wrong, or I'm doing something wrong, or I'm a sellout, or I'm on a plantation? How is that?
People feel like.
How is that? 28 minutes. Y'all don't have to remind me. I got that.
You know, that really stuck out to me because, you know, when I do just like take an observation of like the average black chick you see, like for instance, if you see 100 black chicks in a day, how many of those chicks are like a 7, you know, a 7 or above? Like, it's not really that many, bro. I think it is a unique problem, or an exclusive problem to black people and black men in particular, because the average black chick walking around is not pretty. Bruv, I don't know what time it is wherever you're listening from, yeah, but if you go outside now, yeah, well, not now, because it's right here in the UK, it's like 1:30 in the morning on a Sunday night, but tomorrow, yeah, do this experiment. Whether you're a man or woman, whoever you are listening, yeah, you just go outside and you count every black chick that you walk past or you see, right? And make a tally, yeah, of how many black chicks you see and how many of them is actually pretty in the face. In the face.
Who are these niggas?
What did she say that I
agreed in your voice? You have
to like, or one in the wrong, or I'm doing something wrong, or I'm a sellout, or I'm on a plantation. How is that?
People feel like you're not standing on
People feel like, oh, it sounded like that sounds like the modern women that I have on my show. Oh, I feel like.
I mean, King Richez, clearly you're upset. I hear it in your voice. You're upset. Let's be honest.
Because you lot are talking crap.
All right, so you're talking about people feeling like it, in Solo's like, nigga, I can hear it in your voice. You're upset.
Oh, I feel like.
I mean, King Richez, clearly you're upset. I hear it in your voice. You're upset. Let's be honest.
Because you lot are talking crap.
Just like a woman.
That's why. Nothing you lot saying is making any logical sense, bro. It don't make any logical sense. It's just emotions.
So when I just played it.
Stop the cap.
Clip of Pearl saying that the freed slaves.
What has that got to do with me? I
never brought you up, but once again, King.
So why are you telling me? So I just.
I'm trying to explain it to you, but you keep talking over me.
Stick to what is connected to me, like, because this is what I'm saying. These people are making videos talking about me, and they're just going off on crazy weird tangents, bro. That's what it is. So I'm not gonna be held accountable for what other people say. If you wanna hold them accountable, bro. But at the end of the day, I'm held accountable for what I say. And these people are making these videos with these crazy thumbnails and crazy titles and putting my name in there, like, and then they will say King Richez is defending racist comments. Where? Show me where I said I'm
emotional damage.
Defending racist comments, or I said that Nick Fuentes is my favorite guy. Where does it exist? Where nowhere because it doesn't exist. But these people don't care. They're still gonna make their videos talking crap.
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
No, that's the end of that. Now, this nigga gets no respect. This nigga's an absolute clown. This video right here, compiled with everything we've seen in the recent weeks. No respect. How you leading men on a platform, a men empowerment platform, when you're a whole employee for Pearl? A woman in the manosphere. It's pathetic. Nigga, reevaluate your life, bitch nigga. I didn't need to do that, but he has no respect. So that's what happens when I don't respect people. I just call them bitch niggas all the time. It is what it is, man. We wrapping this one up. Just like my dentist, bitch nigga. That month, well, it wasn't even a dude. My dentist, man. I must have had King Rich's dentist because this motherfucker was trying to fuck up my teeth. That's why y'all don't see the grills in my mouth. Motherfucker was trying to sabotage my teeth. Motherfucker, he probably thought this shit was free. Thought it was on the house.
Was zero down, no credit. Yeah.
You gotta pay for that dental, and these niggas were jabbing up my mouth. Fuck wrong with these niggas. Pause. Super pause. Super pause. We wrapping the show up on that note. Fuck it.